12 Most Beautiful Castles in the UK. Go Guides. The United Kingdom has proud royal traditions that are known around the world, so it's only fitting that some of the most beautiful and grand castles in the world are found in England, Scotland and Wales. From the charming idyllic countryside of England to the rolling hills and quaint towns in Wales, all the way up to the stunning and enchanted lands of Scotland, finding a castle to explore in the UK is an easy task. With a plethora of castles to choose from, you might find it hard to narrow down your search. Each castle has its own unique and rich history, making each of the castles listed below as fascinating as the next. Have your pick and plan your next magical visit to one of these beautiful castles. Windsor Castle is the longest occupied palace in Europe. It's home of the British royal family and the famous setting of many royal weddings. With the alliance of Prince Harry and American Meghan Markle, American coverage of the event thrusted the castle even more into the spotlight. It's easy to see why the couple chose this castle, with its gorgeous off-grey exterior built in a Georgian and Victorian design with modern elements. It's a mixture of tradition and modernity. The view leading up to the castle on the Long Walk is truly a sight to behold, a quintessential fairy tale setting worthy of a few snaps. The castle can get extremely busy, so make sure to book ahead and get there early. Book now. Location: Windsor Castle, Windsor SL41NJ, UK. Open. Hours vary by season. Phone +44 0 303 123 7324. Map: Dunrobin Castle dates back to the 1300s and is home to the Earl of Sutherland and the Clan Sutherland. Overlooking Dornoch Firth, views from the castle are remarkable as sunlight glimmers off the waters of the estuary. The architecture of the castle and its gardens are highly influenced by the French. The gardens are immaculately manicured and draws many similarities to the gardens of Versailles with its quaint fountains circled by hedges. The castle is adorned with turret roofs, reminding one of the typical castles illustrating your favorite fairy tales. A wander around the gardens is particularly picturesque, with the glittering Firth in view and the castle positioned at higher ground. There are even trained falcons and owls. It is Scotland after all. Book now. Location: Dunrobin Castle, Golspie KW 106SF, UK. Open. Daily from 10 am to 4:30 pm. Phone +44 1408 633177. Map: Carnarvon Castle, anglicised as Carnarvon, is a medieval fortress found in northwest Wales and is often noted as one of the most architecturally impressive castles in the country. Decorated with polygonal towers, the castle gives off an air of authority with its location linking the poorer land of North Wales to the Gardens of Wales's Anglesey. Created by King Edward I as symbol of English dominance, the castle is certainly a brute of a fortress, with its massive structure and the intimidating 10-sided eagle tower, visible from the bay. Its phenomenal expanse and scale is mirrored in the waters of River Seant and is especially beautiful during sunset. Book now. Open. Daily from 9:30 am to 5 pm. Phone +44 0 128 667 7617. Map: Conwy Castle is colossal in every respect. Its huge, imposing towers packed one after the other create such a menacing image that you feel somewhat frightened when you approach. Built for King Edward I, the castle is one of the finest examples of medieval fortification in the UK. Its high towers enhance the castle's grandeur and exceptional architecture. The interior of the castle features an outer ward containing a great hall, chambers and kitchen, and the inner ward contains a royal chapel and more private chambers. Visitors are allowed to walk all along the walls and climb up all the towers. The view from the highest tower offers 360-degree views looking out across the sea and mountains. Book now. Location: Conwy Castle, Rose Hill Street, Conwy LL 328AY, UK. Open. Daily from 9:30 am to 6 pm. Phone +44 0 149 259 2358. Photo by Justin Myson. CC by SA 2.0. Modified Edinburgh Castle sits atop Castle Rock and dominates the skyline of the city. This historic fortress does require quite of a steep walk to visit, but is definitely worth the sweat with its magnificent views of the old and new towns of the city. Complete with a military museum, the castle holds an important place in Scottish history as a military stronghold and a royal residence. The castle's location meant it was easily defended and allowed the city to grow into what it is today. Guided tours are provided by castle stewards as well as audio guides in 8 different languages. Read more. Location: Edinburgh Castle, Castle Hill, Edinburgh EH12NG, UK. Open daily from 9:30 am to 6 pm. Phone +44 131 225 9846. Map over the centuries. Arundel Castle has been remodeled and refashioned in an ever more grand manner. Home to the Dukes of Norfolk and Earls of Arundel, the castle and its gardens are stunningly landscaped within 40 acres of sprawling green grounds. The walled gardens can take hours to explore with its many colorful displays of fragrant flowers, making it a particularly pretty scenery. The Norman Motte allows visitors breathtaking views across River Arun, the South Downs and West Sussex. The castle also holds an extensive art collection of rare paintings by renowned artists including Van Dyck, Gainsborough and Canaletto. Film and TV buffs may recognize parts of the castle from Doctor Who and The Young Victoria. Check the website for the specific opening dates and times, as the castle closes in the winter months. Book now. Location: Arundel Castle, Arundel BN 189AB, UK. Open Tuesday to Sunday from 10 am to 5 pm, closes in some winter months. Phone +44 190 388 2173. Map: Bodiam Castle is a 14th-century moated castle that will captivate you from the moment you lay eyes on it. The structure offers visitors a peep into the medieval splendor of its time. The site features a quaint bridge across the moat that leads to the entrance, which is marked by looming towers. The shape of the castle is reflected in the moat's waters and makes for a magnificent view of the castle at any time of the day. On sunny days, bring a picnic to enjoy on the grass overlooking the castle and revel in the majestic atmosphere of the castle. Picnics are only allowed in certain areas and picnic benches are available outside the tea room and next to Castle View Café. Walk along the moat and you may see carp come to the surface looking for food. An entry fee applies for castle visits. Book now. Location: Bodiam Castle, Bodiam, Robertsbridge TN 325 UA, UK. Open Monday to Friday from 11 am to 5 pm. Phone +44 158 083 0196. Map: Kilchurn Castle is possibly one of the most picturesque castles in Scotland. The structure's ruined appearance adds to the dramatic, rocky scenery which it is set in. Built in the mid-1400s by Sir Colin Campbell, the castle comprised a 5-story tower house located at one corner of an irregular-shaped courtyard. Tower House still stands overshadowing the rest of the mostly ruined structure. A visit to the castle is perhaps most effective if you're looking to take in the magical atmosphere of the Scottish countryside. Kilchurn Castle is set among enchantingly beautiful mountains, which are capped with powdery snow in the winter and coated with clouds of mist in the early autumn mornings. Without a doubt, a picture postcard setting. Book now. Location: Kilchurn Castle, Loch Awe, Dalmally PA 331 AF, UK. Open daily from 9:30 am to 5:30 pm. Phone +44 131 668 8999. Map: Penrhyn Castle is a 19th-century neo-Norman castle which sits between Snowdonia and the Menai Strait. Originally a medieval fortified manor, the castle is now packed with fascinating items, which are on display, such as a 1-ton slate bed made for Queen Victoria, elaborate carvings, mock Norman furniture, plasterwork and an excellent collection of paintings. In summer, the outside of the castle is covered in a blanket of green as vines grow upwards and across the exterior of the castle. In autumn, watch the castle light up in a flurry of bold red. The interior is intricate in every respect with an ornate staircase and stained glass windows. Wear comfortable shoes as there are plenty of stairs within the castle. Book now. Open daily from 12 pm to 5 pm. Phone +44 124 835 3084. Map: Warwick Castle, as it is today, was developed from an original structure built by William the Conqueror in 1068. Found on the banks of River Avon, the castle survived an attack in 1264, besiegement in 1642 and a fire in 1871 and still remains one of the most well-preserved examples of medieval castles in the UK. Owned and resided in by the Earl of Warwick, the family enjoyed a lavish lifestyle which is evident through the sophisticated 17th-century Great Hall and the State Rooms, which holds the castle's most prized possessions. A tour of the castle takes you through the well-manicured gardens, to the medieval vaults and the private residence of the Earl. Climb to the top of the tower and take in glorious views of Warwickshire. Check the website for special events such as jousting tournaments. Book now. Location: Warwick Castle, Warwick CV 344QU, UK Open. Daily from 10 am to 4 pm. Phone +44 0 871 265 2000. Map: Glamis Castle is an overwhelming arrangement of towers upon towers surrounded by the deep green of the Scottish countryside. You'll find yourself in a sublime setting as you gaze upon the ostentatious exterior of the castle. The structure is fit for a prince, and you can't help but imagine one gallivanting on a horse across the great, green expanse encircling the castle. The castle's turrets and towers can be seen afar from the Queen Mother gates, and this sense of majesty will only culminate throughout your visit. There are a number of walks around the castle that see different styles of gardens. Book now. Location: Glamis Castle, Angus DD81RJ, UK Open. Daily from 10 am to 5:30 pm. Phone +44 0 130 784 0393. Map: Stirling Castle is one of the largest and most important castles in Scotland, both architecturally and historically. Once upon a time, nobles, foreign ambassadors and knights would flock here to revel in its resplendent gardens and grand halls. As a favoured residence to the Stuart kings and queens, grand celebrations were held at the castle, which are now brought to life by the costume staff who immerse you in 16th-century life. Its history is palpable as soon as you ascend into the castle, once home to Mary, Queen of Scots. Look out from its high stone walls to where countless great medieval armies fought to decide the nation's fate. Book now. Location: Stirling Castle, Castle Esplanade, Stirling FK81EJ, UK Open. Daily from 9:30 am to 6 pm. Phone +44 0 178 645 0000. Map: This article includes opinions of the Go Guides editorial team. Hotels.com compensates authors for their writing appearing on this site. Such compensation may include travel and other costs.